brother died, Mary took the crown. She returned England to the authority of the Pope. She executed many Protestants, earning her the title Bloody Mary. She gave alms to the poor, and she even dressed in the same clothes as her subjects. When her half-sister died, she took the crown and returned the religion of England to Protestant. She made a new supremacy act that split England from Rome. She persecuted anyone who was Catholic because she thought that her crown was threatened by them. She also ruled England without a king, letting everyone in England know that you don't need a man.
She was an Italian nun who began the Order of St. Ursula, which is an order for women dedicated to teaching young girls. She was co-founder of the Visitation of Holy Mary Order, which trained women to become teachers. Began a network of schools for girls throughout England. At first, her works were condemned by the church because they were considered dangerously new. Finally, her missionary work was recognized by the church.
She decided to be a nun at the age of 20, and even though her dad didn't support her decision, she ran away to the convent in 1536. She started the Carmelite order because she thought that the convent rules were too relaxed for her. Her dedication to the church inspired many Catholics to stay in the Catholic Church. She and Ferdinand issued the Spanish Inquisition in 1478. They used the Inquisition to impose religious uniformity, especially on Muslims and Jews, and later on Protestants. The Inquisition tried Protestants of practicing witchcraft or breaking church law.
Juana Inés de la Cruz was born in San Miguel Nepantla, Teplexipa, near Mexico City, around November 12, 1651, when Mexico was still a Spanish territory. In 1667, Juana began her life as a nun. She moved in 1669 to the convent of Santa Paula of Mexico City, where she remained for the rest of her life. Juana had plenty of time to study and write in the convent. Juana wrote sonnets and romances, along with dramatic and comedic works. She wrote plays that looked at women in a positive light. One of her most famous works is Hombres Necios, meaning foolish men. Because she was a nun, the church disapproved of her writings and was encouraged to focus on religious studies, but she refused. She continued to write, saying that all women had the right to attain knowledge. Saint Juana is famous as one of the national icons of Mexico and is also famous for her push for women's rights.
Marie Antoinette lived in the Palace of Versailles with her husband Louis XVI. She was from Austria, which was an enemy of France. She spends lots of money on frivolous and self-indulgent things. She often took baths and bought many expensive perfumes. You could say the French weren't big fans of her. Mary Wollstonecraft worked for women's rights. She wrote a book called A Vindication of the Rights of Women. She demanded for equal rights for women, especially education. She argued that if men and women had equal education, they would be equal in society.
Not again!